You guys told me earlier. Getting disconnected, but I think right now, you give that homeless person like 20 bucks, right? And sometimes I don't always like listen to when the deities tell me these things. But I was like, like really, that's something that I should do. So I went into the store, to get cash back, you have to like buy something or whatever. Buy water. I asked the homeless guy, "Hey, would you like some water?" So much money. The reason why I'm talking about this, in a sense, is because sometimes actual deity or might be going through trials that is going through immense trials, especially some people look down on homeless people, but the thing is, we all go through life in a certain way, right? Like you look down on someone, but that also might be a journey that you might go through, right? Like for the people that look down on homeless people. And it isn't until you go through that that you really understand, how people are placed in that situation. So I just, I wanted to give abundance out because I feel abundant. And that's honestly, I think that if everyone kind of understood that principle, that let's go with that money is energy, right? So when I'm giving someone a form of energy, it's a current, right? The word current is in currency. It's energy. It's pretty much the fact that the word current and currency are they share the same root word. This must mean that's almost like they're trying to show us that money is energy, right? So let's start off with a little bit of like abundance magic or abundance spells, right? I'll just kind of break down how we can manifest a more abundant life for ourselves, right? If we're not feeling abundant. Also, whoever's here, feel free to ask questions. Oh, thank you for saying that, Super G. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here. Or as well, glad you're here. We also got Lloyd in the building. What's up, Lloyd? What's up, fam? So, okay, that's so beautiful, dude. Go connect with Hikate. That's beautiful. Thank you for saying that. If not, okay, yeah, dude. Feel free. It might be it's most likely going on the Patreon, but if you catch it in time, you catch it on time. So, yeah, much. Oh, I love that. Much, and then Super G says much success, Lloyd. So see, that's truly what matters. If you feel called to not even listen to this and go watch and like go commune with yourself at the end of the day. Like that's what I want to, in a sense, if I could teach anything, that's what I want to teach is that truly like know thyself, master yourself. I'm here to, if you're starting out, there's some things you want to learn. That's kind of what I'm here for. It's like kind of like in a video game, right? It's those people that hey, you got the key, fam. Take that key and use it. You know what I'm saying? Energy, attention is energy. What we focus on grows. So the thing is you can focus on me. I don't need the energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm more here just trying to teach and stuff like that. So you can also focus on yourself. Go within. Use your energy. Mirror gazing. That's something that I've been doing a lot of lately. Mirror gazing is something that you can utilize in your magic toolkit, some box. mirror gazing brings you into your soul awareness. So just like right now, like we're interacting quantumly, right? And as I'm saying that, sirens are going off outside. So you, in a sense, that's how we can confirm that what I'm saying is real. I say this pretty much every live as well, that sirens like are gonna go off when I talk. In a sense, we live in an illusion. We live in a light illusion. We live in a light matrix, right? But the thing is, at the end of the day, we are dark matter. We're dark matter beings, right? And copters and like more sirens and stuff like that. So, and that's how you know you're breaking. You could. So, utilize your truths. The more that you start to know yourself, the more that the illusion around you starts to fade and starts to crumble. So let's read some comments. So, also, Super G says money is much a water element. So yes, it is. The more, how do you manifest money? The more water you drink. A really good start is to start with water and no, here we are. That's so that's so beautiful, Super G. Because yeah, I feel that uh, I'll leave for a little bit, and I can feel the guides even pulling at me, like, hey, there's people need to like learn a lot about this, and especially right now is the most crucial point when it comes to magic and when it comes to manifestation as a whole, when it comes to understanding who you are. So the one thing that I want to at least convey about tonight's like lecture or tonight's, conversation, because it's more of a channeling of consciousness, if I was to call it anything, right? And is that I want you guys to know yourself. Like know who you are and know that everything is but a reflection, right? You you projected outward is a reflection of yourself. Life is reality is a mirror. That's something that I've understood from Neville Goddard's workings, is that reality is refractory. Or he says reality is a mirror. I've always said reality is refractory. Like when you say psychedelics or when you go into heavy forms or deep forms of meditation, maybe ritual, you start to see you can start to see fractals. And I in a sense consider these fractals but aspects of reality trying to show itself what it is. So we perceive ourselves as a physical being, right? We perceive ourselves as solid, right? Like just, but then, right? Like, or, right? Things around us seem solid, but when you truly decondense the vibration, everything is vibrating. This is something that we know and that we understand when we research quantum physics, right? As well as metaphysics. Everything, what is it? Nothing rests, everything vibrates. That is a hermetic axiom. Nothing rests, everything vibrates. So even though we consider this table, or we consider myself as a solid element, a solid reality, right? I am but condensed vibrations. The table is but condensed vibrations, right? So everything is moving, but when we condense the vibration, it solidifies to the point that it's just solid, right? Like it's moving, but it's not actually, or it's moving, but we don't see it as moving. We don't perceive it as moving. The table's not moving, but it's made of atoms, and the atoms are always, you could say, rearranging or moving. And as I say that, I'm getting a ring in my ear. The atoms are always moving, so that means that it's vibrating. So how would you walk? Okay, like say, how would you walk through a table? You would, in a sense, try to, I used to say you would try to match its vibration, right? Like this is some very out there psychic ability work, you could say, that would at least take you probably 8 to 10 years of heavily focusing on meditation and decompressing your, you could say, cells, decompressing your physical matter and trying to more turn yourself or your light or your matrix into more light. And that's enlightenment, right? That's a form of enlightenment. There's many forms of enlightenment, but psychic abilities, when you push them to the highest extent, that is a form of enlightenment. We, even in yoga, this is something that I learned very early on, is that we can gain these things called siddhis, or psychic abilities, from yoga. You're not supposed to attach your ego to the psychic abilities that you get. You're just more supposed to use them. It's like it's something that you've achieved from putting in the discipline and the effort. You gain more psychic ability. And that's what a siddha is. There's many different kinds. One that I possess for myself is psychic surgery. I'm really good at Reiki, and I'm really good at being able to pinpoint exactly the psychic center that I'm trying to interact with, I guess you could say. And that's something that I didn't awaken until I was actually doing yoga more, because yoga also stimulates your your kundalini. So the more yoga you do, the more meditation you do. You could also do martial arts. All these things are going to stimulate your kundalini. The more kundalini that you have flowing through you, or if you push, I have videos on this, the Azalean current, and then also the black flame video that I released just a few videos ago. If you are always pushing your evolution and your growth, those are, in a sense, evolutionary traits, evolutionary downloads, in a sense, that you can take on. We actually evolve ourselves through our imagination. So the more that we can imagine our reality, we actually start to create it. The more that we believe that we create it, um the more that we affect the more that we have faith that we actually can affect the matrix, we actually start to affect the matrix. And by the matrix, I just mean the matter tricks. It's kind of funny. Matrix, matter tricks. It is a trick of matter. It is tricking you. You think it is real, but it is merely an illusion. It says it's solid, but it's not actually solid. That's why we can't always trust our eyes. We can't trust what we physically see. We have to actually run on energy. If you're not running on energy at the moment, um, you're not understanding that right now the illusion or the matrix is only cracking down more and more. You can see this in like, say, like, let's go with Andrew Tate, right? I'm sure you guys have probably seen Andrew Tate's stuff. He just went to jail. Did he do it? Did he not? That's not what matters in the moment. I think that if we look at what they're trying to do to him, is that that's the matrix cracking down. That when you only look at the physical, you're going to be really manipulated by the physical, but you have to read everything as a form of energy now. That's how you're going to be able to navigate through the matrix, is through reading energy. So I would definitely recommend that for this year, is getting good at discernment, getting good at reading energy, and knowing where to go based off those energetic signatures, following your intuition, having faith in the path, and knowing that it's guiding you to where you're meant to be. Okay, so Lloyd says, I'm going to be in the woods, the dark, just me and Hikate. Oh, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Have fun with Goddess Hikate. I hope you guys have a beautiful night of magic. Sending her into your life. That's good that you got to at least get or view a little bit of this stream before going out there, like that allows the energy to be transferred. Because I love it. God dang, that's my girl. That's our girl. That is our girl. Like that, she's empowering us and helping us to understand the path and the journey, as she is Hika in Egypt. Heka is the personification of magic. So when you work with Hecate, you are learning a lot about magic. So the algorithm took me to some crazy Qigong masters. Chinese medicine is very interesting. Okay, so I was just checking it. Like let's meditate on a good connection for tonight. That is something we will manifest. So by just putting out the intention, right? Because intention's everything with magic as well. So but pertaining back to the Qigong master, that might be a past life connection where you're actually living it out in this life, where you made a contract to interact with each other in order to teach each other wisdom that you know. Um if you want to hear about a past life, TamaRa has a video on Azazel where she actually goes in depth about her past life with Azazel in a Chinese, something to do with Chinese masters. So definitely, I recommend going and watching that video. Shout out to TamaRa. Thank you for all that you do. Like, her videos are fire, guys. Like, truly, like, if you're subscribed to me, go subscribe to TamaRa as well. She has beautiful content. Okay. And then Super G, my mind instantly said Clipoth when I read that story. Or what story? The algorithm took me to some crazy Qigong masters. Chinese medicine is very interesting to study for these abilities. Also, what is it? That's the drag. I feel a lot of drag energy off of that. So if you're pertaining to like what my cat. Okay, let me see if it's Bastet. Yes, most definitely. And then the Andrew Tate story. Yes. That is a very abyssal moment, or we could say that's the tower card right there. Is Andrew, what's happening with Andrew Tate at the moment, and that's again that is the Matrix. When were you talking about the algorithm? The algorithm. When were you talking about the algorithm? The algorithm took me to some. Yeah, so there's also there's algorithms that create positive synchronicities to some. Yeah, so there's algorithms that create positive synchronicities in your reality, and then there's also algorithms that play within the matrix, right? Because everything is coding. When you study quantum physics, you actually start to see that this is something I remember hearing, and I've witnessed astrally, just meditating and imagining and visualizing. But coding makes up the matrix. Like there's actual code that when we input, just like a web browser, you type something in to code it. That's how the universe is, and the way in which I've experienced and seen this is that sometimes I will see the coding in the matrix. I can't exactly describe it, but it definitely looks like when someone codes, it's like, okay, I guess if we were going to go into audio went out as I spoke on the oh my gosh. That's very funny. Yes. So in a sense there's okay, so there's coding within the matrix in a sense, like when you see 222, when yeah. Let me know you guys can hear me actually using my headphones. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope also the noise in the background isn't too loud. So, we were talking about the algorithm and, in a sense, how life is. Okay, cool. Okay. So, we were talking about the algorithm and, in a sense, how like life is a matrix, right? So, I guess if anything, I'm just describing how to navigate the matrix. Um, okay. Ah, that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, dude, Super G, it's most definitely breaking. Super G says the matrix around me right now is breaking for real. Right as he said that, I'd actually just heard more sirens. So that's how powerful these live streams be, especially when you connect with your soul, like your soul fam, because the more truth that we can emanate, the more source that we can bring into this reality, we can actually start to source this reality, right? So the reason why I'd want to, in a sense, teach people how to navigate the matrix is so that they don't get caught by its system and its structures, right? Because there's many traps within the matrix, and if you ping the algorithm in a certain way, it's going to try to encapsulate you. So ways in which we can learn about the matrix is by studying the occult, right? Because all the word occult means is secret or hidden. So you, if say tarot, right? I just pulled two tarot cards. I actually find this really synchronistic. We got futility. Actually it was this, yes, okay, sorry. It was futility first. So the tarot teaches us about life, right? So when we use divination tools, we can use the divination tools to show us reality in order to tap in to that current, to tap into our intuition. And by tapping into our intuition, through our subconscious mind, by dissolving our ego, this is what allows us to read our fortune, to read our future, right? And it's from that psychic gnosis that we gain from like the tarot, journaling, mirror gazing, meditation.